Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest and guest speaker is here. So he joined us. So we welcome our guest. We want to start. And first of all, I will ask Dr. Tina. Dr. Tina, are you there?
Yes, I'm right there. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, malakin nas, la'in nas, min sharri waswasi khannas, allazi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas, min al-jinnati wan nas.
Thank you, Shukriya, Dr. Tina. So, I welcome all distinguished guests from district 3 to 7, 2, 3 to 7, 1, and many districts. So I start it now. This is our Zoom meeting number 17. Regularly, we are doing our Zoom meeting every day since we are in a lockdown position. So every day we have different guest speaker from the different part of the world. So this is for good education. And sir, I will, so daily we have many guest speakers, and today we have invited our RI Director Nominee, PDG Venkatesh. So he will be talking about the challenge of the membership. So I will request PDG Aziz Mehman for welcome address.
Thank you. Hello, Venky. How are you?
Hi, Aziz.
Good, good. I just came to see you and say hello. Venky has been my batchmate, and we have been together since 2005. And membership has been his pet subject. As a matter of fact, when we both were governor-elect, we did a membership development seminar in Chennai, in which we had 6,000 participants. And President-elect Bill Wilkinson also came there. Venky, we are very glad you will be on the board. I will start my term of trustee 1 year before you, but I will be there when you will be the director. Look forward to working with you. And thank you for taking out time to join the Rotarians in Pakistan. Thank you, Venky.
PDG Trustee Aziz Mehman Sahab, I will request now PDG Mir Arif Ali for formal introduction of our chief guest. Mir Arif Ali.
Welcome, Venky. Honorable guest speaker, Rotary International Director, Nominee AS Venkatesh, Moderator DGE TAZEEM Ahmad, Galaxy of present and past district governors, fellow Rotarians from home and abroad, ladies and gentlemen, and one kanam to District 3272 Pakistan, all our friends from India. I am grateful to my DGE, TAZEEM Ahmad, for having given me the honor of introducing Rotary International Director Nominee AS Venkatesh, who are our guest speaker this evening, which is a great honor for me, who will speak on changing scenarios in membership. I will now share a brief resume of RI Director Nominee, commonly known by his friends as Venky. An engineering graduate from the prestigious IIT Madras. Rotarian Venkatesh did his post-graduation in business administration from IIM Ahmedabad, entered the business of civil construction at the age of 23, and is currently heading an organization employing over 400 employees. A member of Rotary Club of Chennai, Mambalam, he was its president in 2001-2 and the youngest district governor of RI District 3230 in 2007 and 8. He was Rotary coordinator for the period 2010-13 for Zone 5, covering South India, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. He has been a trainer for all DGEs at International Assembly at San Diego for 2 years, as well as a trainer for all coordinators for around the world at Chicago for 3 years, 2014-17. He has addressed over 50 PETs and several district assemblies, conferences, besides being a RI representative in 6 conferences, both in India and overseas. He is a level 3 major donor to the Rotary Foundation with a personal contribution of over $50,000, and all his family members are Paul Harris Fellows. Venky has attended over 10 international conventions. He was Joint Secretary and National Executive Committee member, Rotary India Literacy Mission. He was also chair for South Asian Reception at Montreal Convention and at Seoul Convention. He represented District 3230 in the Council on Legislation COL in 2016. He has been elected Rotary International Director for the period 21-23. He is a keen bridge player and loves traveling. He is married to Vinita, also an alumni of IIM Ahmedabad. The couple have 2 daughters. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Rotary International Director Nominee A.S. Venkatesh Venky, who will speak on changing scenarios in membership.
Ji, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Past Governor Mir Arif Ali. Thank you, DG TAZEEM Ahmad, for inviting me for this evening's meeting. Can I start, TAZEEM?
Yeah, you can start. Okay.
Okay. It's also wonderful to see my old friend Aziz Memon. And of course, as Aziz mentioned, Aziz and I were batchmates, governors 14 years ago. And since then, I've been working closely with Aziz on several occasions, on several forums. And nice to know that he'll be on the board of trustees when I'll be on the board of directors. So back to our old friendship all over again in Chicago this time probably. Thanks, Aziz, for taking our time to be here this evening. Also nice to see my brothers and sisters in Pakistan, a country which I've always wanted to visit, but I've never been able to do so for several reasons till now. But I hope to visit someday soon. I hope to visit 3271 and 3272, where I have a lot of good friends. Looking forward to that. Coming to this topic of changing scenarios in Rotary membership. This is something that's been occupying my mind for a while now. My apologies, I will not be able, though I can understand Hindi and a bit of Urdu, I cannot speak in those languages. So I will be speaking only in English. I hope it's okay. Okay. This changing, ठीक है ना?
जी ठीक
English में बात कर सकता हूँ ना मैं? अच्छा ठीक है.
Okay.
Okay. Now, see, traditionally, if you ask some of the senior Rotarians, the older Rotarians, as to why they joined Rotary, there may be several reasons for doing so. Some of them may say that they actually look forward to listening to a speaker on varied topics every week when they go for a Rotary meeting. But they were getting some gyan on topics and subjects that they knew nothing about. Some expert would come and address them. But today, if you see, if you need any information, would you go to a meeting or would you go to Google? Naturally, Google. So Google at the fingertips, you are able to get everything that you want in terms of knowledge, in terms of information. So going for a Rotary meeting to listen to some speaker on some topic is no more relevant for joining or being in Rotary, because that is available on through Google at the tip of your fingers. Second reason where many would look forward to earlier, including me, for instance, the chance to network with my club members, with the other Rotarians, go and talk and spend time together and we network, find out what they are doing, what the business, what is happening to the business, how the family is, etc. But today, thanks to social media, practically everybody in your respective Rotary clubs know what everybody else is doing 24/7. You will know when you had a cup of tea or when you had your lunch or dinner. Everybody knows everything, because the moment you come out of your lunch, you say, "Oh, I had a wonderful lunch," and you post it on Facebook. Everybody knows next minute that you have had lunch. Or I'm going to make some special tea, a green tea. Then you post it on, then everybody knows you're having tea. So it's no more, networking is no more restricted to physical meetings. And social media has taken away the importance of physical meeting for networking purposes. So Rotary, which was providing an opportunity to network through physical meetings, cannot hold on to that position anymore, because that is not a relevant USP of for a Rotary. So what does it mean in terms of Rotary membership? So people don't want to listen to some new speaker, people don't want to, or don't look at Rotary as an opportunity, as a forum for networking. So what do they really want? This is where this changing scenario comes in. I've been observing the membership profiles across the globe over the last 20-25 years. And in fact, at one point in time, I was in charge of membership for South Asia as well, a few years ago, about 7-8 years ago, where I did an extensive research on membership profiles and the changing trends. I did interview quite a few people, of course, not in Pakistan, but I did interview in Bangladesh, in Philippines, in Malaysia, of course, India, South Asia, and Sri Lanka. I did interview quite a few people then, find out what they look for in Rotary membership. One thing that has come about in recent times, or over a period of time in the last 4 or 5 years, more and more people are looking to Rotary to provide them with a hands-on experience at being a part of a project that changes something in their community. Now people actually look forward to hands-on experience. They don't want to be a spectator. If I join Rotary, I want Rotary to provide me an opportunity to actually experience the joy of changing something in my community, of making a difference. This is something that has happened in recent times. Earlier, people were happy with maintaining 100% attendance. Today, nobody talks about it. Even Rotary International doesn't talk about attendance anymore. In fact, if you know, in 2016 COL, the attendance requirement was been removed from Rotary's MOP. Each club can now set whatever percentage of attendance they want to set for their members. It could even be zero. You can choose to say that I don't insist on any attendance, and Rotary International will have nothing, no objections to that. So it means that attendance is not something that people look forward to. Attendance is not something that adds value to them. So the days are gone when somebody was actually revered or appreciated for maintaining 100% attendance. Today, in a lighter vein, if I may say, anybody who maintains 100% attendance is actually drain on the club's finances, because he or she is going to come and eat every meal, and it's going to be an unnecessary expense to the club. So if somebody has got 100% attendance, they're actually draining the club's finances, I would say. So attendance is not the key factor anymore. So it is about hands-on experience. It's being engaged in something. It may not even be, let's say, it may not even be a service project. But if I am a member, I want to be engaged in something that interests me. For instance, I may want to be a part of a Rotract's organization team in the club, or part of an Interact, or I may organize a RILA, or I may, maybe I have the joy of arranging speakers, or arranging club fellowship, or activities, family participation. Whatever be my interest, I want to do something that caters to my interest, area of interest in Rotary. So, and if Rotary is able to provide that, I'll continue in Rotary. If Rotary is not able to give me that opportunity, I will not hesitate to leave Rotary. That has been the trend in the last 5-6 years, if you see. In Pakistan also, that I don't know the last 2-3 years, but prior to that, if I can tell you, the number of members who left Rotary from 30 to 71 and 30 to 72 put together, districts together. In over an 8-year period, you can check probably Mira would know, or TAZEEM would have the numbers. I don't have the numbers today. Over an 8-year period, then the number of members who left Rotary constituted was equivalent to the number of members who were there at that point in time, which meant that, when to put it in simpler terms, over an 8-year period, if nobody had left Rotary from 30 to 71 and 30 to 72, your now strength would be double of what you have now. That's what it means. So people are not, because there are competing things for people's time. There are things that were not existent earlier. Now there are so many things that I can do with my time. So if Rotary has to be my priority, then it should offer something that interests me. And it is not about meeting, it is about hands-on engagement in Rotary. Make no mistake about it. You will see more and more people asking, what is it in it for me? And also one more change in the last 5-7 years, I would say, is Rotary being leveraged for business activity, business networking, professional networking. There's nothing wrong with it, as long as you don't do anything unethical or against decency and norms and legal or ethical values. As long as you stick to all those parameters, I would any day prefer a Rotarian to do business with. Other things being equal, I would prefer to do business with a Rotarian. I'm sure most of you would do the same. So more and more people are looking to leverage Rotary for business networking in the last 5-6 years, which was not the case earlier. 15 years back, nobody would even talk about business networking. Today, people are happily talking about it, and there are Rotarians for Business is a forum that exists in several districts now. So there's nothing wrong with it. As I said, if you're not, as long as you stick to the norms and ethics and values, there's nothing wrong with leveraging it for business purposes. So today, if the kind of profile of members who join Rotary, as I said, number one, they look for engaging in activities that interest them. 2, they're probably looking for something that would further their business and professional interests. 3, simply put, they are see, everybody, when they join Rotary, you are investing your time, you are investing your money, you are investing your skills, you are investing your resources. And as any good businessman would say, if I'm investing, I need a return on my investment. Okay, not necessarily in terms of money, but there has to be some return on investment if I'm going to invest something into anything. I mean, any successful businessman would vouch for that. So in Rotary, the return that every Rotarian looks for on the investment of time and money that they make in Rotary is to get something that interests them. So engagement is the key word. Engagement is the buzzword today. It is not attendance. It is not participation at a very superficial level. That does not interest members anymore. So this is a big change. Another change that, of course, is very, very obvious in the last couple of months is the use of technology. So technology is going to be the key thing as we go by, and more so accelerated thanks to COVID-19. The change of the pace of change has been accelerated thanks to COVID-19. But even otherwise, the writing was clear on the wall. Writing on the wall was very, very clear that technology is going to be the buzzword in the coming days. Earlier days, if you remember, matching grant, the older Rotarians would probably know, the matching grant application used to be signed in one country, put in an envelope, courier to another overseas partner, who will in turn open it, look at it, sign it, and send it back. The entire process would take something like a month or 2, assuming there were no mistakes in that application. If there was had to be a mistake, the entire process starts all over again, and another 2-3 months will go in these matching grant applications. But today, global grants, equivalent of matching grants of the past, is online. I fill in everything online. My overseas partner sees it in the next minute. He or she goes through it. If possible, they sign it, they send it back, and next day is with TRF. It's a matter of 1 hour. Everything can be completed if you choose to. If you do your homework right, you can complete in 1 hour. In fact, in recent times, for the disaster relief fund from TRF, Aziz, I'm sure, would be aware of this. Applications for release from TRF were sanctioned in 24 hours from the time of application to approval of a grant. It happened in 24 to 48 hours, and the money came within 72 hours. So technology, all thanks to technology. In fact, the Evanston office is not even working. People are working from home. all the trustees are in different parts of the world. And applicant is in some location, the partner in some other location, some other part of the world. At the end of the day, everything comes together in a matter of 48 hours, the application is approved, sanctioned, money disbursed. So what does it mean? Earlier used to have a semi-annual report. One courier, huge courier used to come and the club president had to fill in the form, strike out names of members who have left, blah, 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 blah. It was one big tamasha. Today, everything is online. So technology is going to be a big, big player in the days to come. In terms of members' involvement, in members' engagement in Rotary, technology is going to play a very, very big role in Rotary, which also means that even traditional clubs, which were having in-person meetings all these days, in the coming days, may choose to have, let's say, one meeting in 2 months as online meetings for two purposes. One is to encourage more and more people attend a meeting at least, so they don't have to physically come, they can still sit at home and attend a meeting. Second, it also reduces their cost, because one online meeting substituting a regular meeting may actually cut down the cost to that extent. Let's say once in 2 months, if you do, you're almost 25% cutting out your meeting expense. So these are things that are going to happen thanks to technology. As I said, make no mistake, technology is going to play a very, 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 very big role in the days to come, both in terms of being able to attract members. If you're not in sync with the emerging technology, you will not be able to attract members, number one. Number two, in the ability of the clubs to retain members, again, technology is going to play a role. Number three, for members to feel engaged and connected to their respective clubs, technology is going to play a role. So if any of the clubs in your districts are not yet up to date with technology, they better tie up the shoelaces fast and get their act together without any further delay, because technology is going to be the buzzword. One more change, as I see the way Rotary operates in recent times, is more and more it becomes imperative for Rotary clubs to be able to work with corporates and governments at various levels, maybe at a local level, at a municipal level, or at a federal level, or with level. More and more Rotary clubs will have to work with corporates and governments of the region, simply because Rotary's skill is in our ability to ramp up the size of our projects, size of our impact on the community, and that can happen only if we partner with corporates and governments. So corporates would also be looking forward to working with Rotary in the days to come, because Rotary has the legs and the hands to work, and corporates might have the money to spend. So it may be a synergy. So successful clubs of the future are the ones, will be the ones, those who know how to work with corporates, how to leverage their contacts and network with corporates. Gone are the days when the clubs and the members will contribute and do a project. Those days are gone. The successful clubs will be the one which will work effectively and efficiently, joining hands with corporates. And the last change that I have noticed is there will be, these are my forecasts based on the experience of what I have seen over the last several years, more and more clubs with a smaller bandwidth of ages will be formed. Let me elaborate on that. There will be in future, there will be clubs of only youngsters. There will be club of only people over 50 or only people over 60. Because that diversity we talk about may not, age diversity may not exist in the clubs in the future. Because people will be looking forward to others with similar interests or similar problems. Let us say, if let's say somebody in the 30s might have a school-going child, so he or she, the concern that occupies their mind will be about the children's school, etc. But somebody in their 60s, they are not going to be worried about school-going children and when the school closes. There may not be so much of synergy in working together with this kind of disparate age groups, and I can see that trend happening in many districts. At least in India, I can see that several districts are opening new clubs, starting new clubs which cater to a younger age group exclusively. They are not trying to get the youngsters into joining an existing club. Instead, they are starting a new club for youngsters, and that is going to be the successful model in the days to come. So I would reckon that we will see more of such clubs, particularly in South Asia. You will see more of clubs with a smaller bandwidth in terms of ages. And finally, the trend is obvious. More women will be coming into Rotary, and that is a good thing, really a good thing to happen. more women will not only in coming into membership of Rotary, more women will also be taking up leadership positions in Rotary. And that trend is very, very, very obvious, and that's probably one of the best things to happen in Rotary, because we can't keep 50% of the population out and hope to grow. We cannot. So women have to be welcomed with open arms, and they will be joining. More and more women will come into Rotary. And if I can add, in 2021, when I'll be on the board of RI, of course, all our 17 people have been elected. Out of the 17 directors on the RI board in 2021, 8 are going to be women. 8 directors out of 17 are women at RI board of directors. So it's almost 50% of directors are going to be women. And the day is not far off when we will see a woman RI president as well. So these are the changes that I anticipate in the days to come. And clubs that will survive and succeed in the coming days are the ones who understand and prepare themselves and be future ready to handle these changing scenarios in Rotary membership. So this is all I wanted to share with you. I'm open to any questions, anything or suggestions that you may have. Thank you, TAZEEM, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, sir. You have given us good new ideas, and we are and very motivated speech. So I will now take our PDG Shahzad Ahmad to have a question answered with you. PDG Shahzad Ahmad.
Okay, let me unmute myself.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for a very informative presentation. And there were many points which I think will be very helpful for Rotary in Pakistan, and especially the use of technology. It is very important that we should take advantage of this technology and having the Zoom meetings and all the this will help the clubs as you have rightly pointed out, in saving the money also. And so I believe all the tips that you have given will be very helpful for our Rotarians in Pakistan, in our district. And I thank you for taking time out to address Rotarians in Pakistan. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. We have many distinguished guests from India and from other parts. And also my batchmate, Ramesh Bajaj, is also there. So now I invite PDG Sajid Parvez Bhatti to say something. PDG Sajid Parvez.
Thank you very much, DG TAZEEM, for inviting us over here and inviting the RI Director Nominee, Venkatesh. So it's pleasure meeting you, sir. It's in our district on Zoom meeting. So my question is that when we have some, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Sergeant. Yeah.
Yeah, my question is that we are facing a big trouble in our membership regarding in the V clubs, you can say. So right now, even we have 89 clubs who are under 10 out of 150. Would you please give us some tips? How can we strengthen them, these clubs? And thank you very much for your inspirational information.
Sajid, are you specifically talking about E-clubs or you're talking about clubs in general?
A club in our district, I'm talking about.
No, not just E-clubs. You're talking about a regular club.
Regular clubs.
Yeah.
Okay.
How can we strengthen them?
Yeah. Oh. Okay, see, the fundamental thing is, it's like any, I'm looking at it like how we run a corporate. Who is our customer? If I were to ask a fundamental question, if Rotary Club is a business entity, who is my customer? Many of you might even suggest that the beneficiaries of our projects are our customers, but I would like to differ on that. The customer is one who pays for the services. In this case, the one who pays for the services are the members. So how often we look at our members as our customers? If you look at it from that perspective, you'll have everything in place. For example, if I know my member is my customer, I would do things to make sure my customer is happy and I'm able to retain my customer base, or I'm able to retain my market share. Pardon me for using business jargons, but to put things in the right perspective, let's say the one who pays for the services is your member. So if you take care of your member as to what that member or what the customer wants from your company, or let's say from your business, he or she wants to looks at Rotary as something that fulfills an unfulfilled need in him or her. Look at it from that perspective. How often do clubs address that need? Or are we very often clubs, particularly the clubs which are not doing well, are the ones who make the mistake of not understanding what the members want? So invariably, it will be those clubs which will say, we are doing this. If it does not interest any of the members, who is going to stay there? On the other hand, if you put it the other way, ask the members, okay, now next year, what do you want your clubs to do which will interest you? Or what is it that you want to take up in the club that will interest you? Then you've got customer satisfaction. So look at it like a business. How will I retain my market share? How will I retain my customer base? If I look at it as a business, make sure my customer is happy by providing what that customer wants. I will retain my customer, and not only I will retain that customer, if I've got a satisfied customer, he is going to get more customers to my business. That's how Rotary grows. So look at it from that perspective of doing what the customer wants, and look at your member as your customer, you will survive. If you look at your member as a management, you will not survive. Look at him as a customer, you will survive.
Thank you very much. Actually, this was a big challenge.
Thank you very much, PDG Sajid Parvez Bhatti. And we have another guest here. So, sir, I want to explain you what we are doing in this Zoom meeting. So every day we have some guest, we had already in one meeting Director Kamal Sangwe, we had Dr. Bharat Pandya, one day we had PDG Faiz Kadwai, and yesterday we had Salim Raza from Bangladesh. So every day I'm inviting senior directors and to discuss the scenario of the Rotarian, but we have now problem. I will invite now PDG Salim Rao from 3271. PDG Salim Rao.
Good evening. Thank you very much, sir. My dear brother, and we welcome from our greetings from District 3271 for our director, and very good topic today. Today is very good topic for our Rotary, for our district, because we are suffering several changing in our membership and others. Two things is very good says there by the director, communication and technology. Really, it's very good for us. And this is the Zoom meeting is also the part of technology and all the communication, the maximum participation in this meeting. Thank you very much, sir. We are very grateful to you that you have joined us. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Now I want to listen some of our guests. So, and there is PDG Faiza Kamar. Let say something. PDG Faiza Kamar.
Hello, sir. I just want to ask you one question, that there is any restrictions in MOP to make a club or only for female members, if they can want to?
Okay. Let me answer this. There is a restriction on any club stopping anybody from membership, officially as per their bylaws. For instance, no club can say that we will have only men. Forget all ladies. I'm saying there are several clubs which have only men. But if their bylaws say that we will have only men, then that will be dechartered. So by the same token, a bylaw of a club cannot say that they will have only women members. Having said that, a club is free not to admit men, saying we don't fit in. So,
okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
There are several all-women clubs all over the world, but their bylaws will not say that we will not admit men. Okay.
You are talking about club bylaws.
Yeah, club bylaws. Yeah, club bylaws cannot say that we will admit only men or only women or anybody. You cannot. It has to be open to all.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
TAZEEM, you are muted. TAZEEM, you are muted. You need to unmute yourself, TAZEEM.
Okay, I'm sorry. So control has muted me. So thank you very much. Now I want to listen, Dr. Saga. So let from the other side somebody take question. Dr. Saga.
I really congratulate you and your team for wonderful organizing this meeting regularly. Saying that every day you are organizing with some eminent faculties. Today we have DG, our RA Director elect Venkatesh, has briefed us and outline about the membership. Very useful and informative points he has shared with us. I like to know from you, DG, that in this COVID-19 situation, how you are handling the situation and what is your plans to eradicate polio in Pakistan? Since I am a polio coordinator,
I will now call Dr. Noor to reply. Over to Dr. Noor.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saga. As far as the COVID is concerned, the Rotarians are quite actively participating in 3 different ways. One, we are actually in the providing awareness to the to the masses about it. Secondly, when it comes down to the PPE, many clubs have donated those PPE to especially doctors, and it comprises of masks, visors, and of course the suit and other things. So that is the second thing we are doing. Thirdly is the rations. Almost all the clubs are actually providing rations at the moment. So that is how actually we are actually working for COVID side. Coming down to the polio side, our teams over here, they are quite actively participating in all those polio days, which are actually held at national level. Moreover, there are certain clubs, though presently there is, due to this, the COVID situation, it's not possible to go ahead and plan the camps in the field at the moment. Otherwise, our clubs were doing those quite rapidly at all the places, even though the dates of the national immunization days, they were actually reduced, but our clubs were taking them up on regular basis. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I congratulate the team for all the Rotarians for doing wonderful work during this COVID-19 pandemic time. But I think once it is over, probably we all have to concentrate on ending the polio. Our support and prayers always is there for you and for all to end the polio soon from the world. Thank you once for all of you.
Thank you so very much, sir. Nice word from your side. I want to invite Dr. Deepa from Bombay.
Hello.
Dr. Deepa is here.
Hello.
Welcome, Doctor.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Good evening. Adab, namaste. I am not from Bombay. I am from Assam. District 3240. Actually,
Yes.
I am past president, and now I'm district chair, care for the girl child. And I would
Okay.
like to talk about what are the measures that we are taking, because where I am living is the oil town Digboy. I'm a member of Digboy Club 3240, and here is a tribal belt region. We have 16 indigenous tribes and lot of girl child whose mothers are unpad, uneducated, and we are taking care of the mothers as well as the child, girl child, especially the rural areas. We are teaching them how to take proper diet, then menstrual hygiene, then their PMS, then what are the measures taken by Government of India to educate girl child under the scheme Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, then how to prepare homemade sanitary napkins, then how to dispose them, and what are the things, legal advice to the mothers against domestic violence, and what are the other measures, Janani Shuraksha scheme of the mothers and the daughters. These things we are teaching, and what are the other schemes that Rotary can provide for the girl child especially. So already we have covered 6,000 girl child in our area who are basically from BPL category, that is below poverty line. And we are doing a lot, but because of this COVID-19, we are under lockdown. That's why Filhal abhi band hai. This is the first meeting that I have attended through Zoom. And thank you, Dr. Noor, that I have been introduced to so many global leaders. I'm very happy. And I would like to join and share my experiences to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepa. Sorry, whatever I receive information, you are from Bombay, so you are from Assam. Welcome in Zoom meeting. So in meeting, you know, after when we complete a meeting, we always, daily we have a musical program. So we listen music, we sing music. So in the honor of our director, Nominee, we sing some song. So I want now Dr. Tina to say something. Dr. Tina.
Okay. Sing something again.
No, say something
Okay.
to our distinguished guest.
Oh yes, we're really grateful to PDG AS Venkatesh for giving such an elaborate and his insight into what is going to happen to membership and what is happening. And we are also experiencing the same over here. And the use of technology obviously puts you on another level altogether. So all the PDGs who are here, local and from abroad, I am very happy to have met all of you. And I'm an anesthesiologist and I'm the past president and assistant governor. And so with my Rotary interaction, and there is the doctors thing also group in Rotary. So I'm a member of that also. So it's really nice to have met all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tina. So I would like to take now Ravi, Mr. Ravi Shankar. You hear me?
Hi, Venky.
Say something.
Hi, Ravi.
How are you? Okay, good. Quite often, Venky, we see couples becoming a member in the same club. I just want you to let us know whether it is good for Rotary, the couple being in the same club, or at the same time, is it good for the couples also to be in the same club? Just a thought.
well, okay. There are two parts to the question.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you. For my wife is also a Rotarian, but not in my club.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. That same club or different club?
Okay, now whether it's good to be in the same club or a different club, I would think being in different clubs actually enhances their experience of Rotary. Because whether you're a member or not, as a spouse, you can still attend meetings and functions of your spouse's club. So by being a part of the same club, you are not really getting additional experience or additional value for membership. However, so I would think that it's good if you can afford to pay 2 full subscriptions, might as well be in 2 different clubs. But having said that, being in the same club, the club would also probably provide reduced subscription charges, because your meeting charges would not be charged. Maybe only the RA dues and the district dues would be charged. So there is a financial advantage in being in the same club. But if you, as I said, if you can afford to pay 2 full subscriptions, might as well be 2 different clubs, so both the partners can get the experience of 2 different clubs. That would be the best thing to happen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, TAZEEM. Thanks, TAZEEM.
Thank you, sir. Good discussion, and we are getting knowledge from that. I will invite now past President Saira Zafar. She will be asking some questions. Saira.
Assalamu alaikum ji. I'm Saira Zafar from Rotary Club of Lahore, Jinnah, past president and past assistant governor. My classification is corporate and civil law. So thank you so much for your inspiring talk regarding changing scenario of Rotary and membership. It really motivated us and made us to think about various different diversified avenues of Rotary. So thank you so much for that. That's what I do.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you so very much. Everybody want to say you hello. So that's why I'm inviting all our Rotarians. I invite Captain Anwar from Faisalabad. He's our most senior Rotarian. Captain Anwar, please, you can ask him.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, Honorable Governor TAZEEM, for giving me an opportunity to ask something and clarify something. From the very informative talk of Mr. Venky, I came to understand that once I joined Rotary, if I'm wrong, you can put me right. Once I joined Rotary 15-20 years back, it was a giving organization and it was a service organization. And from your talk, I could understand that it has changed the complete dynamics of the Rotary, and now it's become a multinational company, and from where people have started getting benefits and expecting some benefits out of it. Thank you.
Okay, Anwar Bhai, let me respond to that.
Okay.
See, Rotary is a voluntary service organization at a broad level, okay. But what the point I want to emphasize is, a voluntary body need not be run unprofessionally. See, very often we think of a voluntary body or charitable body being run unprofessionally as given, as acceptable. All I am saying is bring in the professionalism that you use in your business, bring it to Rotary, so that Rotary can be run professionally, even though it's a voluntary charitable organization. Okay, having said that at a broad level. Secondly, Rotary was never a service organization. It was a membership-based. It was a membership-based organization doing service. It's not a service organization having members. Let's not confuse the two. It is a membership-based organization doing service. In fact, Rotary was not started for doing service. It was started for getting members together. That is why the classification principles were in place for 100 plus years. If it was only doing service, you need not have had classification principles at all. It was there because it is a membership-based organization doing service. So it's not about getting benefits out of Rotary. As I said, if I'm doing, let's say I want to buy something, 2 people offer me the same product at the same price. One is a Rotarian, one is not a Rotarian. Whom would I go for? I would go for Rotarian. Simple. I mean, I'm sure you also would do the same. If I know all things being equal, if one is a Rotarian, I would like to do business with a Rotarian. All things being equal. I'm not saying Rotary should give them any extra benefit or extra advantage, but it should at least open the doors of doing business without compromising on anything, on any ethics or any laws. So let us understand, we can still run Rotary using all the professional expertise that we bring to the table in our businesses. We need not forget that while running Rotary as an organization. We can bring in the same kind of cost cutting, let us say cost reduction. What we do in business, why not do it here? Time management, we do in business, why not do here? Efficient use of resources, we do in business, why not do here? So a lot of things that we do in business, very often we forget to use it in Rotary. All I am requesting is, all of us have the skills to run huge businesses. Why don't we use those skills to run Rotary as well in a very efficient, lean manner? That is all I'm requesting.
Thank you, Raj.
Thank you, sir. This nice session. I will take now Yusuf Malik. Yes, Yusuf Malik, you want to say something? Osman sir.
Assalamu alaikum ji, everybody, or PDG and RI nominee director. Good evening to you and also all of the friends from India. Good evening. नहीं बड़ा अच्छा लगा, आपने बड़ी अच्छी बातें की मेंबरशिप पे और हमें कुछ सीखने का मौका भी मिला और आपने वाकई बड़े अच्छे तरीके से रोटरी को डिफाइन किया ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द मेंबरशिप एंड द सर्विस अबव सेल्फ के सिलसिले में हमें काफी ऐसे वी लर्न अ लॉट और आज हमें पता चला कि सर्विस अबव सेल्फ अपनी जगह पे मेंबरशिप इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट है जिस बेस पे रोटरी 1905 में बनी थी. Thank you very much. We learned a lot from your speech.
Thank you very much. PDG Mir Arifali want to talk. PDG Mir Arifali.
Thank you very much, TAZEEM. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mir.
Thank you, Venky, for a very inspirational address. I know you are very, very capable because you are my training leader also at
San Diego.
Diego. And we've met on many occasions all over the world. You had a very inspirational address. And of course, you're talking about the forecast and changes that will come. That means we all have to work on making our clubs computer literate.
Absolutely.
Because we have a membership about 2,000 today with 150 clubs. Not even 50, not even say 30% clubs are computer literate, to be very honest. They know how to operate the Facebook and the, all that thing, WhatsApp, but so we need time to work on it, one. Secondly, the membership has fluctuated, like you said, over the years. In 3 years' time, only we have lost about almost 1,400 members. When I was governor, it was 2016-17, and our membership was about 3,400 almost. Then it dropped, it was stable for 3 years. And in 19, it dropped to almost 1,600, I think, which is now about 2,000 roughly. And what do you think? I mean, what is the reason that all over membership all around the world is happening like that? Do you have the same thing in India also? You have 40 districts.
Yeah.
Do you have the same problem there?
Why is membership dropping? Is it what you're saying? Or fluctuating?
That's what I said. The membership has been fluctuating in the last so many years, right? And
right.
Obviously, from 3,500 to dropping to 2,000 today, our district, 3272.
Right.
In the last 3 years. 3 years, it was stable. 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19. 19, 1st July, the membership dropped to almost 1,500 or 1,600 something. And the number of clubs, in my year, I made 31 clubs. That was the highest in the world, in all districts. And a membership increase of 916 members. Right? 900 members. But after that, it was stable for 3 years. Then it dropped to 2019. Is this the same pattern going on in India also like this? That
Okay. I got this, Arifali. I got your this thing. See, fluctuating membership is not happening in any part of the world. Okay. Even in the Western world, for instance, it is a declining membership. It's not fluctuating. It's not fluctuating. It's constant. Every year they lose 2%, 3%, whatever. They are trying to buck the trend right now. Maybe in the next 2-3 years they may. Growing countries are India, Taiwan, Korea, and some parts of Africa. Again, there is no fluctuation. These are steadily growing. Maybe 3%, maybe 4%, maybe 5%, but it's growth year on year. It has never fallen down. I'm not sure what is going to happen on July 1st because of COVID. But till now, it has not dropped in India. All the 40 districts, in fact, so much so that when I was a governor, when Aziz and I were governors in 2007, we were only 20 in India. In the last 14 years, 27 districts have become 40 districts. So there has been a constant, steady growth in India. But basic reason, I think, is we need to keep refocusing every year, reminding our clubs that clubs is where the action is, not the district. District is only an administrative body, administrative unit. District has there's no concept of a district. The boundaries can change, it can merge, it can divide, bifurcate, anything is possible. Whereas club is the unit where the action is. Let us not lose sight of the fact that club is the operating unit of our organization, and the focus should always be on the clubs. District does not matter. District will automatically do well if the clubs do well. So at every point in time, let's put the ball back in the clubs, give them the autonomy, give them the guidance, give them the support, and make sure the clubs are flourishing, clubs are vibrant. If the clubs are vibrant, you will have no problems with membership. The focus has got to go back to the clubs. It's imperative.
That's true. Because number of clubs was 152 and it is 150. But the membership has dropped to 1400, you know.
It is not, if this trend continues, it's not a sustainable scenario at all. There will be several clubs which will fall down because of economic consideration. They cannot run the club. Below critical mass, you can't run a club. So it's not sustainable. We need to focus on the clubs and make them.
The other day I was speaking to Dr. Bharat Pandya also, and I said, why can't, we have membership limited to 10 at least minimum. But this thing has come up many times and they've restricted to 6. But even now today, I don't know, more than about so many clubs which are just 2-member clubs and all that. But the number of clubs is there. But I mean, the membership is not increased in those clubs. This is what we
not see. See, again, this is something that only our region, South Asia, wants restriction on the minimum number, etc. Problem is Rotary's laws are applicable to 200 countries. So one size doesn't fit all. So they'll always go for the least common denominator, what is applicable across the globe. Whereas region-wise, there will be differences which we need to handle it ourselves within our own regions. You cannot expect that from the top because they have to cater to 200 countries.
Just one more question. I didn't understand. You said subscription regarding if the spouse is a member. I mean, it's not there. Is there any discount?
It's not RA policy, no, at a club level.
Not RA policy, club policy.
It's at a club level because the cost of a meeting and food and dinner or tea or whatever is not going to increase because the spouse is anyway allowed to come.
That's true. This is what I said. So, I understand. So that's why.
No, there is no RA policy. I'm saying many clubs are offering that. Many clubs are offering that reduced subscription for your spouse.
Yeah, even people, I mean, don't. I mean, if you have a 40-member club, all 40 people don't come for the meeting all the time.
Yeah.
You have, 15, 20 people attending it. Anyway, thank you very much. I mean, thank you, Governor TAZEEM.
I would like to add something over here, if DG can allow me. Actually, I would like to ask Director Venky that actually we need to recheck on, or we have to make a new law. Our director can do it. When a club is chartered, there is no any system we have that when governor signed any club and the club is chartered, and after that club is not in that position or functional. So there should be a club before charting the club. There should be some mechanism that a club should be a functional or a valid or you can say active club. So there should be some mechanism at director level you can make that. That's why actually the problem nobody is discussing. Actually, we're having big challenge in our district right now.
Okay, Sajid, let me answer this question. Who should certify that the club is a functional club? Who should certify?
The governor.
Okay. Right now, the governor is certifying. If I may, that's why I wanted to know what is your understanding of who should certify. For chartering a new club, the governor is certifying that this is a functional club. The contact meetings have been held, and that in his or her opinion, this is a club which will survive and do well in the years to come. This is a statement made by the governor before applying for a charter. So it's up to the governor's discretion to do due diligence of whatever he's supporting. And Rotary will rely on the governor. Governor is the operating head at the district level. So that's fine. The governor is certifying even today.
I know. Problem is that when a governor has only authority, so that's why the problems are decline in the membership is one of that. You know better in the.
No, see, Sajid, I'll tell you, the world over, all new clubs lose 30% in first year. All new clubs lose 30% in the first year.
Yeah.
That's given because people come with different expectations. Within 1 year, they realize that what they're expecting is not happening. So 30% will go. So very often in India, what we are doing.
90% decline
Thank
in
you.
1 year.
Thank you, PDG Sajid. Now we have some more guests.
अच्छा ताजीम साहब मैं कुछ कहना चाहता हूँ, उसको ऐड करना चाहता हूँ। जिस तरह मीरा
खत्म हो लेने दे फिर करते हैं।
छोटी सी बात करना।
DGN Siri Dharam 3232. Say something.
Good evening, DG TAZEEM. Good evening to my own director Venky from our own city, Chennai. Greetings to all of you from Chennai. My only question to DG TAZEEM is, what is the percentage of women membership in your district currently?
Currently, we have 35% women membership. So most probably we are engaging our families in that purpose. So 35% women are members.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Now I will invite DGND from 3271, TAZEEM Kazmi. TAZEEM Kazmi is there. Okay. Now I will.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. आ जाए जी।
अजय भाई कैसे हैं, ठीक हैं?
जी तहजीब काज़मी, say something to our director.
अभी जैसे आपने बात की कि कांस्टेंट डिस्ट्रिक्ट में मेंबरशिप होनी चाहिए और कांस्टेंट क्लब की जो है वो मेंबरशिप इंक्रीज करनी चाहिए। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह 3271 में हमारे पास इसी तरह की प्लानिंग है कि हम कॉन्स्टेंटली क्लब्स को टैकल करते रहते हैं, उनके साथ अंडरस्टैंडिंग डेवलप करते रहते हैं कि वो अपनी मेंबरशिप हर साल जो है वो नंबर थोड़े से इंक्रीज करते रहें। ऑलमोस्ट अगर किसी वजह से मेंबरशिप इंक्रीज नहीं भी हो पाती है तो हम कोशिश करते हैं कि सस्टेन जरूर रहें वो, और यही वजह है कि पिछले 3-4 सालों से हमारी मेंबरशिप जो है कांस्टेंट चलती आ रही है और नंबर ऑफ क्लब्स जो है हमारे इंक्रीज होते जा रहे हैं डे बाय डे। उसकी वजह यह है कि हम उन एरियाज को फोकस करते हैं जिन एरियाज के अंदर रोटरी नहीं है, लाइक रिमोट एरियाज होते हैं। अनफॉर्चुनेटली या फॉर्चुनेटली कह लें, हमारे पास एक हमारा सूबा है बलोचिस्तान जहाँ थोड़ा सा टेररिज्म का इशू ज्यादा है, तो हम वहाँ पर भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि रोटरी को डे बाय डे इम्प्रूव करें, और अभी पिछले 2-3 साल में हमने वहाँ नए क्लब्स भी बनाए हैं। तो हमारी पॉलिसी है कि हम ग्रेजुअली स्लो अपनी मेंबरशिप और अपनी क्लब की एक्सटेंशन जो है वो बढ़ाते रहें, और उससे फिर बेनिफिट ये हो रहा है कि हमारा फाउंडेशन भी मजबूत हो रहा है और देन हमारे ग्रांट्स की एप्लीकेशन भी अब थोड़ा सा ग्रेजुअली इंप्रूव हो रही है हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर।
Good, Tazeem bhai. Congratulations, sir.
Cool. Thank you very much. Because the system is going to change something, I invite Dr. Bilal from Multan. He'll be saying something. Director, something call them.
Assalamualaikum to all from Pakistan and the other districts of India and so. मैं बस आप लोगों को सुन रहा हूँ। वेंके, आपकी बातों से मैं बहुत मुस्तफीद हो रहा हूँ। मैं चाहूँगा कि आपसे सवाल रहें और मैं उनसे मुस्तफीद होता रहूँ।
So we want to listen now from District 3202, Sevabal, if you are here. Just hold for...
Unmute करने का उनको.
Yeah, unmute. Hold on, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Venky, greetings from 3202. I belong to Erode Rotary Club. I have a question for you. I am a young Rotarian. I just have 9 months of Rotary. I was in round by ex-tabler. And one question I would like to ask is the approach is what you said is absolute truth. Like I have been analyzing the last 9 months about membership, and on dot, you are all my points. Actually, when I present to the club, the same points you have spoken, I was listening to you as if I am listing out my own points and that. Great. One thing is, what would be the amped number of members if you have as a healthy club in Brazil with diversified portfolios, what could be the approximate best number to have a club a vibrant all through the years? Of course, with age, similar age group is always suggested. What would be the apt number of members is good for a club?
Okay, let me also tell you that I have been a tabler myself in the past. So
yeah, I know that. I know that.
So there might be some kind of similarity in thinking. That's one part.
Yes.
But see, there's nothing like an optimal number. Because I have seen good clubs with 40 membership. I've seen good clubs with 200 membership. I've seen good clubs with 25 membership also. There's nothing like an optimal or best number. I would think that anything up to 40, minimum of 40 is economically a viable club. You can be vibrant even under that. But financially, to be able to run a club, you need a membership of about 40 at least. 40. But in our conditions, it should be at least 40 is what I would think.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Venky.
Thank you so very much to everyone. Now I will ask Taiba Gul for formal vote of thanks. So after vote of thanks, we will have some musical entertainment. So that is other than the meeting. So I need vote of thanks. I need some closing remarks from our chief guest.
No, it's been a wonderful interacting. I mean, I have also learned a lot today. I mean, it's not about talking to you. I've learned a lot about what is happening in Pakistan and the work you're doing in polio. Amazing. And I mean, with all the challenges, the way Pakistani Rotarians have risen to the challenge of eradicating polio is amazing. Hats off to all you guys for doing a brilliant job of it. I hope sooner than later that we will see a polio-free world. And congratulations to all of you. And it was indeed a pleasure to interact with and know about what is happening in Pakistan. As I said right at the beginning, hopefully shortly I will have the opportunity to come to either Karachi or Lahore or Islamabad. I don't know, wherever, some part of Pakistan I would love to visit. Maybe I'll come sooner than later.
Thank you so very much. So we have, daily all these programs, we send it on YouTube. So daily we have on YouTube as a Rotary Pakistan channel. So every recording is there. I will request Taiba Gul to formal vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, DG Sab. It's really an honor for me to say vote of thanks. But before vote of thanks, I would like to say something. I'm so happy to heard about you. For women, they are a percent, although we have a 35%. But what about in India? What's the percentage of the women in India?
India, we are about 18%, half of, not 35, we are about 18%. Of course, our numbers are very large. We have a total membership of 160,000. 160,000 is our membership. So 18% of that is women today.
So thank you, because I think in our district in Pakistan, we are all, mashallah, all the women, they are empowered and they have leadership qualities, and we have First Lady Governor as well. And I hope so we will, all the women, if they come, and they can increase the membership. Yes. And one thing more, COVID-19 is given us some bad things, but I think positively we are looking together and we are listening.
Thank you, Taiba. Before going to the end, I have 2-3 guests. They are willing to talk with the director. So I invite Magul Kamran for 1 minute.
You have to unmute Magul.
Ji Magul.
Namaste, Director Venkatesh. If I'm not wrong, I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly.
Yeah.
You can correct me.
No, perfect.
Is it Venkatesh, right?
Okay, you can call me Venky. I mean, Venkatesh sounds too long for me. Venky is okay.
That reminds me of the poem Really Venky, if you have heard that in your childhood. Right? Okay, I just had a simple small question that was in my mind, that always remains in my mind. Like everybody, since I'm a member, everybody is talking about the decline in the membership. Today also we are discussing the same thing. But I think, like, why I have a specific question, that why does the Rotary International not focus on quality instead of quantity? Because I personally feel I might be wrong. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry is becoming a member. We are pushing all sorts of people who are dukandar and nai and halwai and doctors and lawyers, like they're good and bad, mixture of good and bad people. Don't you think that there should be some specific strategy or RI policy for inducting the members? What do you think that if we induct quality members, we don't focus too much on the quantity? I think the level of Rotary would go higher than what it is today. Why do we always run after having more and more membership? Why don't we focus on the quality and maintaining, retaining the good members who are really beneficial for?
Magul, please finish it. It is going to close now because I have only 2 minutes left.
My question is finished. I think my question, मेरा तो
मुझे
लग रहा है बड़ा relevant question है. किसी भी और चीज से ज़्यादा.
Okay, I'll answer that very quickly in half a minute. I'll answer. Let's understand one thing. There's a debate between quality and quantity, something going on for several decades. So it's not a new fight. But let's understand one thing. Rotary membership is not by application; it is by invitation. So who invites a new member? Existing member. So if an existing member is not going to care about quality, who are you and me to care about quality? Rotary is by invitation. So if all the Rotarians believe that somebody is not fit enough, they will not be inviting that person. So let us respect the judgment of the current Rotarians that they will choose the right person to invite to join Rotary. It's not by application. So it's not like random people can apply and become anyway. So you're running out of time. So Maugul, we can discuss it offline also later. You can mail me, I can reply. Not an issue.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Jalil Malik want to say something from Faisalabad. Just quick words.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, Governor sir, and Honorable Director sir. I am a Rotractor. I joined Rotary as a Rotractor. So my question is about Rotract. I came late. I joined meeting late. I don't know you talked about Rotract or not. But what you foresee the role of Rotractors in the near future? Although the Rotary International made a tremendous changes in the Rotract. To seeing that changes, what you foresee the future of Rotract in Rotary International and in the role of Rotary International? Thank you very much, sir.
Rotract is going to play a very big role in the days to come, very big role, because they are going to come up. First of all, they are the ones who are already tuned to changing technologies, first of all. So they don't have to be taught technology because they're already in it. They are millennials and they know what it is, number one. Number two, they are young with innovative ideas, and today what is going to take this organization forward is innovation. As Shivakara used to say, if you continue to do the same thing, you'll continue to get the same result. If you want different results, do things differently. And to do things differently, you need somebody with a fresh mind, fresh ideas, not somebody who will always do what has been done over the years. So considering all these, Rotractors are going to play a very big role, not only in our region, not only in South Asia, but also in the western part of the world. They are focusing on Rotractors in other parts of the world as well. And I think they are going to play a very, very big role. In fact, most of the leadership positions will be held by PALM Rotractors in about 8 to 10 years' time. They are going to be the mainstay of Rotary.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. It was a great meeting. I formally now close the meeting, and my Rotarian Ahmad Hashmi want to dedicate a song for you, sir. So, Ahmad Hashmi, say something incredible. So, only dedicate to our director.
Kabhi alvida na kehna, huh?
Good evening, sir. Good evening to everyone.
Okay, carry on. You can start. Some problem in the sound, sir. कभी अलविदा ना कहना चले अलविदा ही सुना दे विदाउट म्यूजिक सुना दीजिए आज
ओके विदाउट म्यूजिक सुना रहा हूँ
सुना रहे
जी ताज़ीम भाई
जी सुनाएं जनाब आपके लिए बैठे हुए
ओके जी
अजीब दास्तां है ये कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी न वो समझ सके न हम अजीब दास्तां है ये कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी न वो समझ सके न हम म्यूजिक की आवाज आ रही है आप तक ताज़ीम भाई
आवाज आ रही है बस आप बोलते जाएं
ओके
आपकी नेट की प्रॉब्लम हो रही है मेरा माइक चला मैं चले यार मेरा बाइक क्या
अजीब दास्तां है ये कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी न वो समझ सके न हम अजीब दास्तां है ये कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी न वो समझ सके न हम
जी अमित बस ठीक है थैंक यू आज हमारा सिस्टम कोई ठीक नहीं जा रहा नहीं तो ये मेरे पास भी आज माइक है डोंट वरी I have also prepared this. Thank you very much for our director sir. It was a great meeting. So another time. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for my trainer and all my
Stay home, stay safe. Yeah, stay home, stay safe.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Some other time.
Thank you very much.